Today, baby, stewed chicken. It is seasoned to perfection. I kid you not. Now this recipe is somewhat very ingredient heavy, so I'll save my shenanigans for later. Let's get started. So here I have 6 drumsticks and I have 4 chicken thighs that I've skinned and I cleaned in some water, fresh lemons, and vinegar. Now let's season it up. Follow me, beautiful people. 1 small yellow onion, half a green bell pepper, half a red bell pepper, 3 scallions, some ginger, fresh garlic, 1 scotch bonnet pepper with the seeds, some chicken bouillon, some fresh thyme, black pepper, some of this all-purpose seasoning by Prissy Mays, some more garlic powder, a little avocado oil, and a browning. Now marinate it in the fridge for 2 hours, but as for me, she, her, I'm gonna marinate in the fridge overnight. It's the next day, we're gonna get this chicken even more melanated. Add back in our thighs. I'm adding in 2.5 to 3 cups of water. Gonna add 2 to 3 tablespoons of this coconut cream, half of aroma tomato, about 2 bay leaves, some garlic powder, onion powder, all that marinade. Gonna add a little bit more browning. Now bring it to a boil for about 5 minutes and then reduce it to simmer and let it simmer for about maybe an hour until it gives you that tender love. And again, halfway through the cooking process, taste and adjust for salt. Now it's time to work on the cabbage. I'm adding in 1 small head of cabbage that I just shredded. I love it shredded. I'm starting with just about 2/3 of it. Adding in 2 cloves of garlic, half of a yellow onion, half of a red bell pepper, half of a green bell pepper, tiny bit of ginger, some dried thyme. What time it is? It's that quartet gospel. I'm gonna add in a little chicken bouillon, some black pepper. You can add a little water if you want to help it steam a little bit more, but I always feel that it's not necessary because it's cabbage, it is water. As long as you don't continue to open and close the top, it'll steam. And allow it to do so to your desired tenderness. I'm gonna remove our chicken and these thyme leaf stems because we're gonna thicken up our gravy. Now, if you wanna avoid this step, use less water while you're cooking your chicken. With somebody like moi, I love lots and lots of gravy. Bring this up to a boil. Made a flour and water slurry. Add that in. Now I'm gonna let it boil for about 3 to 5 minutes just so it can reduce and thicken up some more. Baby, who is coming over? I'm just gonna dive right into the star. A little bit more gravy. First bite's for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, give me a minute, baby. I am not over exaggerating when I mean this is so good. Oh, I tasted the gravy for salt, but I didn't taste the chicken. I've never made this before, but with all of those flavors, it had to be good. I'm going in on this thigh. Yum on, we're going. If you never tried this before, you gotta give it a try. It is so good. Today, baby, Tuscan seafood grit. It was instant. To the church fan, let's go. Even though this is a serving for 1, I'm gonna do 2 servings of my instant grit. And I just followed the directions using half water and half milk. Teaspoon of chicken bouillon and a tablespoon of that butter. Put that udder in butter. Just gonna cook these according to its directions. I'm gonna season a 1/2 pound of shrimp, add some avocado oil, some garlic powder, some Cajun seasoning, smoked paprika. To my 5-ounce lobster tail, add some avocado oil, Cajun seasoning, smoked paprika, garlic powder. Now air fry at 375 for about 5 minutes. My grits are done. I'm gonna add in a 1/2 cup of pepper jack cheese. Now cover and set it to the side. Each side about 1.5 minutes. To all this deliciousness, I'm gonna add in a 1/2 shallot, 2 cloves of garlic, about 4 or 5 of these sun-dried tomatoes. I'll cut some of them up. I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. Cook this down for about 30 seconds to a minute. Add in our heavy whipping cream, red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, a little shrimp bouillon. I like it garlicky, garlic powder, and some of Prissy Mays seafood seasoning. Heavy on the Parmesan cheese. I have 8 ounces of local jumbo lump crab meat. I'm gonna add half of it to the sauce. Not gonna stir very much. I don't wanna break up those lumps. The other half I'm gonna toss in the pan with some butter and just heat it up. I forgot. You focus on me, honey. First bite's for you. Oh my gosh. You cook this for your family at home. If it wasn't for the smells, they would think it would come from a restaurant. I kid you not, it's so delicious. Just have a piece of that lobster. Oh my gosh. Now because this is all creamy and the grits, you don't have to have the cheese. It's completely optional. When you can, give this a try. It is so good.